I thank God all the time for all the people that have been part of my life and career that have helped me get here and maintain this all this time. And thank you.
Alan Jackson, the legendary country music singer and songwriter, has been a defining figure in the genre for decades. With his signature hat, heartfelt lyrics, and unmistakable voice, he became one of the most beloved artists in country music history, delivering hits that spoke to love, loss, family, and the simple pleasures of life. Fans across the world have celebrated his career, from chart-topping singles to sold-out tours, making him a household name and a symbol of authentic country music. Yet, over the years, speculation and rumors about his personal life and career plans began to swirl. Questions about his retirement, health, and future in the music industry left fans anxious and curious. Now, at 66, Alan Jackson is finally breaking his silence. In a candid revelation, he confirms what fans have long suspected, addressing the speculation that has followed him for years. For the first time, he opens up about his current state of mind, his career choices, and his outlook on life after decades in the spotlight. This is more than a confirmation. It is an honest, reflective glimpse into the life of a man who has given the world so much music, yet has kept certain truths private until now. What he shares not only clarifies the rumors, but also offers insight into the resilience, dedication, and personal journey that have shaped his legendary career. Alan Jackson's journey in country music is a story of talent, perseverance, and authenticity. From his early days growing up in Noonan, Georgia, he demonstrated a natural connection to music, learning guitar and writing songs that reflected the heart of everyday life. His sound, rooted in traditional country with a touch of contemporary influence, quickly resonated with audiences across the United States. As he rose to fame in the late 1980s and 1990s, Alan became known not only for his distinctive voice and memorable lyrics, but also for his unwavering commitment to the values and stories that define country music. Every song seemed to capture a piece of real life: love, heartbreak, family, and faith, allowing listeners to connect with him on a deeply personal level. Despite his massive success, Alan Jackson faced pressures that extended far beyond the recording studio. Fame brought the expectation to consistently produce hits, maintain a public persona, and meet the demands of touring, television appearances, and award shows. Fans admired his humility and down-to-earth personality, but behind the scenes, he worked tirelessly to uphold the quality and authenticity that his audience expected. Balancing creativity with commercial success required careful attention, dedication, and an understanding of the evolving music industry. Even the smallest misstep could affect his career, adding pressure to a life already filled with professional obligations. Another aspect of Alan's journey that often went unnoticed was the emotional and physical toll of performing at such a high level for decades. Touring extensively, recording albums, and meeting fan expectations demanded stamina, discipline, and resilience. While audiences saw him smiling on stage and singing effortlessly, he often navigated fatigue, travel challenges, and the constant need to maintain vocal health. Over time, the intensity of this lifestyle raised questions about how long he could continue at the same pace, and whether he would eventually step back from the spotlight. These questions fueled speculation, creating rumors about his retirement, health, and the future of his career. Alan also faced the challenge of maintaining personal privacy while living in the public eye. His relationships, family life, and personal struggles were often the subject of media attention, leading to misconceptions and assumptions that were not always accurate. He has been protective of his personal life, preferring to let his music speak for him rather than participate in public controversies or gossip. This discretion contributed to the mystique surrounding him and allowed rumors to flourish, as fans and media speculated about what they did not know. Through all these pressures, Alan Jackson remained committed to his craft. His dedication to songwriting, performing, and connecting with fans never wavered, even as the industry changed around him. He continued to deliver albums that honored traditional country roots, while embracing subtle contemporary influences, demonstrating both artistic integrity and adaptability. Now, at 66, Alan reflects on a career that has spanned decades, acknowledging both the rewards and the challenges he faced along the way. he finally addresses the questions fans have been asking for years, offering insight into the truth behind the rumors and providing a deeper understanding of the man behind the music. As Alan Jackson reflects on his decades-long career, he openly addresses the pressures that accompanied his success. The music industry is unforgiving, and maintaining relevance over decades requires constant effort, innovation, and adaptability. Alan explains that while his fans knew him as a consistent hitmaker with a humble persona, few understood the amount of thought, discipline, and personal sacrifice behind each song and performance. Writing a song that resonates with millions involves more than talent. It requires emotional honesty, technical skill, and the ability to translate personal experiences into universal themes. For Alan, this process was both rewarding and demanding, shaping his career while placing significant demands on his time and energy. Touring, one of the most visible aspects of a musician's life, brought both joy and challenges. Fans relished the opportunity to see Alan live, singing hits like Chattahoochee, Remember When, and Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning? Yet the physical demands of travel, performing night after night, and maintaining vocal health were considerable. Alan describes how he had to carefully manage his energy, ensuring he could deliver the high-quality performances his audience expected without compromising his well-being. Over the years, this balancing act became increasingly important, particularly as he entered his 60s, prompting him to rethink how he approached touring and long-term commitments. Alan also touches on the misconceptions that often accompany fame. For many fans, he appeared to live a carefree, almost effortless life, creating music and performing on stage without difficulty. In reality, he faced complex decisions regarding career moves, creative direction, and personal boundaries. Maintaining authenticity while meeting the expectations of record labels, producers, and fans required careful judgment. Decisions about when to release an album, which songs to perform live, and how to adapt to evolving trends were not made lightly. Each choice had the potential to affect his reputation, his artistic integrity, and his connection with fans. Personal life was another area where Alan had to navigate scrutiny. Married and a father, he often had to balance the demands of family with the relentless pace of a high-profile career. He admits that protecting the privacy of his loved ones was a constant concern. Over the years, this discretion helped him maintain a sense of normalcy despite global recognition, but it also fueled speculation. Rumors about his health, potential retirement, or stepping away from music circulated widely, as fans and media sought answers to questions that Alan preferred to keep private until the time was right. Finally, Alan Jackson discusses the emotional connection he has with his audience, which has been both a source of fulfillment and pressure. Each song he wrote or performed carried the weight of expectation, a desire to honor the emotions and experiences of his listeners while staying true to his own artistic voice. This dual responsibility required constant reflection, humility, and perseverance. Now at 66, Alan speaks candidly about the reality of this balance, confirming what many suspected, that the years of dedication, personal sacrifice, and careful decision-making were essential to sustaining a career built on authenticity, integrity, and connection. His revelation offers fans not only clarity, but also a deeper appreciation for the man whose music has defined generations. At 66, Alan Jackson also reflects on the emotional journey of his career, sharing insights that many fans may never have considered. While his music has brought joy, comfort, and nostalgia to millions, the personal challenges behind the scenes were often hidden. Maintaining a career of this magnitude requires more than talent. It demands emotional resilience, careful planning, and the ability to manage the pressures of fame without compromising personal integrity. Alan explains that throughout his career, he constantly navigated the tension between public expectation and personal fulfillment, striving to ensure that his work remained authentic and meaningful. One of the most challenging aspects of his journey has been balancing longevity with relevance. The music industry is ever-changing, and sustaining a career over decades requires adaptability while remaining true to one's roots. Alan's signature sound, a blend of traditional and contemporary country, earned him both critical acclaim and fan loyalty, but it also came with the pressure to continuously meet high standards. Every album, every live performance, and every public appearance was scrutinized by fans, critics, and the industry alike. This scrutiny was a source of motivation, but it also created constant pressure to maintain consistency, creativity, and quality. Alan also candidly addresses the personal sacrifices that accompanied his professional success. Long tours, late nights in the studio, and the relentless schedule of recording and promotion meant less time with family and fewer opportunities to enjoy private moments. While he cherished his work and the connection with his audience, he often had to prioritize career obligations over personal leisure. This balancing act was not always easy, and it contributed to the rumors and speculation about his future. Fans wondered if he was slowing down due to health concerns or personal fatigue, when in reality, he was carefully considering how to maintain longevity while protecting his well-being. Another aspect of his career that Alan reflects on is the emotional responsibility of connecting with his audience. Songs like Remember When or Drive for Daddy Jean carry deep emotional resonance, telling stories that mirror the experiences of countless listeners. Writing and performing such songs requires empathy, vulnerability, and honesty. Alan emphasizes that this emotional labor, while rewarding, also brought moments of strain, as he sought to honor the lives and feelings of his audience without compromising his own artistic voice. The act of sharing such personal storytelling on a public stage was both a privilege and a responsibility. Finally, Alan addresses the confirmation that fans have long anticipated. At 66, he openly acknowledges the reality of his career trajectory, the choices he has made, and the truths behind the rumors that circulated for years. He confirms that his focus is now on projects that bring genuine fulfillment, allowing him to continue sharing his music while maintaining balance in his personal life. This candid revelation is not just an update on his career, but also an intimate reflection on the dedication, sacrifices, and resilience that have defined his life as an artist. Fans can now appreciate not only the music that has touched generations, but also the man who made it possible. A man who navigated decades of fame with integrity, commitment, and a deep love for his craft. In the final reflection of his career, Alan Jackson speaks candidly about the choices that have shaped his life in music. Now at 66, he acknowledges that sustaining a career of this length and impact requires careful decision-making, discipline, and a commitment to personal values. While fans have long admired his authenticity and the relatability of his songs, few understood the deliberate thought behind every project, every tour, and every public appearance. Alan emphasizes that his longevity is the result of a combination of talent, strategic choices, and a deep respect for the craft of music, rather than luck or circumstance. He also reflects on the importance of personal balance, especially after decades in the spotlight. Fame brought recognition and rewards, but it also carried expectations that could be overwhelming. By being selective with projects and performances, Alan has been able to preserve his passion for music while protecting his health and personal life. This careful approach allowed him to maintain the quality and integrity his fans expect, while also enjoying private moments that are essential for well-being. In doing so, he provides a lesson in managing career and life, demonstrating that true success involves not only public achievement but also personal fulfillment. Alan addresses the rumors that have circulated over the years, finally clarifying his position. Fans speculated about potential retirement, declining health, and a shift away from performing. But Alan confirms that his choices have always been intentional and positive. He has not been forced out of the industry by circumstance. Rather, he has chosen a pace and focus that allow him to continue producing meaningful work. This revelation provides clarity and reassurance to fans who have followed his journey, giving them an honest understanding of the artist behind the music. He also shares his perspective on the enduring impact of his songs and the connection he has built with audiences. From the early days of his career to the present, Alan's music has reflected the lives, emotions, and experiences of his listeners. Songs about love, family, faith, and nostalgia have resonated deeply, making him a voice for generations of country music fans. Alan notes that this emotional connection has been both a privilege and a responsibility, shaping his approach to songwriting, recording, and performing. It is this bond with his audience that has fueled his career and continues to inspire him to create music that is heartfelt, genuine, and lasting. Finally, Alan Jackson reflects on his legacy and the lessons learned over a lifetime in the music industry. His confirmation at 66 is more than a personal statement. It is a testament to dedication, perseverance, and authenticity. He demonstrates that maintaining a career built on respect, integrity, and talent requires continuous effort, thoughtful choices, and a willingness to balance personal and professional demands. By speaking openly now, Alan provides fans with insight into both the triumphs and challenges of his journey, allowing them to appreciate not only the songs they love, but also the man who created them. His story reminds audiences that success in music, as in life, is not just about public recognition, but also about commitment, resilience, and the courage to stay true to oneself while navigating decades of change, pressure, and expectation.